All right, guys, Shotty T here. Probably an impromptu treat that you guys are going to be in for today. So, this is probably going to be the longest video that you're probably going to see on my channel. I know some of you guys like this stuff. I know some of you guys prefer not to, but I'm just going to give you a disclaimer. If you're a person that don't like this, just you can always skip around to the good stuff, because it's going to be a lot of good stuff that's going to be in this video. And obviously it might be some voiceover on some of these things. So what I'm doing is we're on day 5 versus. We have already easily clinched the week. Like, this opponent was kind of a no-show, so which is good because we can focus on the war on Saturday. So day 5 is just all about training troops. So I figured I've done a walkthrough on day 3 with the research. I've done one for Enemy Buster. I've done one for day 2. I don't think I've done one for day 1 officially yet. I did one for day 0, like preparation for day 1. And I think I loosely did one for day 4, but not entirely. I kind of knocked that out in like the first 30, 40 minutes. But this, I'm going to do a full walkthrough on day 5. And you're going to see some stuff that usually you don't see on most day 5s, but you're gonna see something that is always on day 5, and that's Desert Storm. So that's gonna be later, obviously, in the video, because I'm on Team A for Desert Storm, and our Team A Desert Storm is at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Eastern. So I will be on Team A. So you guys will see full Desert Storm action, but also what goes into day 5. So first we got some Easter eggs, because like I said, we got people that are buying eggs all week. I appreciate the eggs and the free diamonds for sure. So just to kind of recap, day 5. All right, so this is training day. So you have speed ups to use. You got your gorilla as well. So you got all that stuff going on. So you get credit for research, construction, and training. The training is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, because if you watched my previous videos about staggering troops, and I'm going to focus a little bit on that, probably like for the next 5 minutes, about staggering troops, because I still see people in our alliance that aren't training troops properly to maximize their points for day 5. Because a lot of times, if you are in a competitive versus, day 5 could be a key day that can sometimes either close out a week or keep you alive to make it come down to Enemy Buster. So you have to make sure that you're doing optimal things. So first and foremost, radar tasks. Day 4, we saved them up, and now we're going to use them now. So we're going to go ahead and start by collecting those up front. And sometimes if you're lucky, you'll get a treasure dig, but I think I got one yesterday, so I know I'm not gonna get, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, so I know I'm not gonna get one today. Sometimes you get lucky though. I've had 3 in a 48-hour time span before, but that's once the whole time I've played this game. But let's go to this. Depending on your season, you got something similar to this each day, so it's kind of a chance to get some extra rewards. So it's like a little dice game. We're just hoping to get lucky, and if you want to chance it, well, never mind. I lost on the first roll, so I get nothing and like it. I just get 5-minute construction speed up. But if you make it all the way, you get like some special recognition. I was hoping to see it in that video. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and continue here. Let's go ahead and go after this guy. And while we're going after that, let's go ahead and hunt our daily Doom Walker. I can do 240s now, 250 depending on who else is in the rally. But let's go ahead and go after 240. I think we're renewing a stronghold. Maybe that's another alliance doing that, but that's fine. Just whatever you're doing in the season, sometimes you have to renew strongholds. Kind of thinking season 1, other people from outside your server can actually take over your stronghold. I do not miss season 1 because that was kind of annoying. Because I think it was so bad they decided to ditch that to where there are no outside invaders on territories. It's just keep it internal and just yeah, keep it organized. I think I'm just gonna go after 230, 240. I can do, but 230 is fine. I think I saw one a little bit closer. I think I passed by a couple of 230s trying to find a 240. Yeah, there's one right there. It's probably just as close to that other one. Somebody else is going after it, so let's go after another one. I don't think I checked this perimeter yet. Oh, there's a 240 sitting right there. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna get War Fever active real quick. Just gonna find a random base to scout to get that added bonus. And War Fever is big if you're a war leader. So like for me, damage is increased by 6% and hero attack by 5%. And so that is increased with the craze tactic on the war leader side. So you got the natural war fever increase because war fever by default increases your damage by 1% if you don't have this added thing. So with this, you increase it to 6%, and then if you have that maxed out and your profession is at level 55, then you can have hyper war fever for an extra 5% damage. So that damage does add up. And then of course I have this thing here. Where is it? I think it's this. Yeah, Team Strike. When participating or initiating rallies, boost damage for all squads in the rally by 5%, up to 5% if you have it at back. So then you got another 5%. So that's the reason why I love this profession, because you got so much bonus attacks. So we should at 240 should be close to being down by now. So let's continue with the radar task. That is down, and I'm pretty sure the radar task for the Doomwalker, there it is. So that's about to be accomplished. And let's go ahead and knock out the Doom Elite radar task. Just pick one. Everyone should have max resistance by now in their season. There's no excuse not to be at max. If not, you're missing out on key profession points. You're missing out on season base milestones. Everyone should be at max milestones by now if you've been doing the right thing. So you should, like, if your alliance is doing the right thing as well. So basic stuff. We got daily goals. Blood Night, you're probably not going to see live because I'm going to be asleep. And when it's going on while I'm at work, I'm not going to have time to show you. So that's the one thing you won't see. And then we got all the elements, one of a kind. So that's a little season 4 related stuff. I decided to renew that pass for one more week, just because we have this. I wanted to increase my outside building. So that is done. We got that radar task done. We got one for diamond mines about to get done. And we got this. This is a daily thing for lights. You get one of these per day. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. And we got an event that's about to start soon. So when that starts, we'll have our undivided attention to that. And it's this thing right here. So it starts in about 7 minutes. So you guys will get a chance to see that in action. But let's see if we can do some parappa to rapper action, shall we? So here we go. Kick, punch is all in the mind. If you guys remember, if you know, you know. All right, so let's see if I can do this. Can I get a new record high? Let's see. Because music doesn't really help you. You just have to pretty much have a rhythm. I already messed up. This is gonna be a terrible score. I missed a note. And I'm not getting as many perfects. Your score gets higher if you get more perfect. And of course, the longer your streak, the higher the score as well. I'm not getting enough perfects. I missed another one. Restarted combo again. It keeps happening after I get those numbers. Yeah, that was a terrible score. What, 40 percentile? Yeah, terrible score. All right, let's see if we can redeem ourselves. Keep in mind, you get this stuff, you get rewards. So easy rewards. And if you've been doing it all week, you're gonna get level 4 drone component choice chest. So if you're short in a certain drone component, you have a choice, and then you have a decoration choice chest, if whatever decoration you need, and you get 5,000 skill medals just for playing the game. No money spent on this event. So let's go ahead and do these last two. Here, boom, boom. See if we can do a much better score this time. I just got to do better after those numbers, you know. So I messed up again. I was able to finally survive that number. That was a better score, but obviously I'm coming nowhere near my high score. Now, keep in mind, whatever you rank on this, you don't get extra rewards. It's just bragging rights ordeal. We have we have two Rain Men in our alliance that have like stupid crazy scores. Let me see if they've already done their attempts. Now, there's one right there. Look at Proletariat. He subscribes, and this is the Rain Man though. This man just, I don't know. You got certain people that just, got hidden talents that you just don't know how they have them. But let's go. We're gonna do this last attempt. I want to get the rewards, right? This is the only reason why I'm doing it. But it's fun to play. I like the rhythm. I like the rhythm they giving me. That was an easy one there. I could have had a higher score there. I had a chance to get my high score. That one had some rhythm. 92%, I'll take it, but not quite my high score. So that gives you an idea how hard it is to get a super high score. All right, so cool. Remember, save this for day 3 verses, so don't open that up yet. All right, you always got to keep the verses in mind long term when you get certain stuff. So now, let's see how much time we got left in this. Minute and a half, so it's getting prepared. It's almost ready. Because you guys haven't seen that before, so it'd be good for you to see that. I'm not going to show you guys me buying, because I usually get these 3 items here. Just for those that want to keep track of how much I spent this week, this will tell you. I spent just over $100 this week, so a lot more than I wanted to spend. But hey, it costs $400 to get this. I'm on pace to where this only might cost me $200, but you pretty much have to get lucky right here. This is what it boils down to. I got a 100 token roll. Let's see if we can get one here. Nope, we just got a bunch of speed ups, which I will take speed ups all day, every day, twice on Sunday. So But we are a minute away. So we got some of the radar tasks out of the way. Let's see if there's some more. We got one right here. So while this thing is getting ready, so what this does, this is kind of like a, for the Alliance exercise, I think this came towards the end of season 3. So whenever you have the general trial, because every other week you have the either the general trial or you have the money zombies, the zombie invasion event. So in our server, last week we had the zombie invasion. This week is a general trial. Of course, you got your solo challenge. We talked about that in the previous video. But then you have the alliance-based challenge. Previously, they would have it to where you'll have these tanks that you go after, and depending on how many alliance members beat a certain difficulty, they'll unlock higher level difficulty tanks. But now you have it to where you can set the difficulty on these, and this gives pretty good rewards. Now, those missiles that pop up, unfortunately, anyone can get burned on these, so you have to be aware of whose base gets on fire. And of course, you can lose troops. So what I'm going to do, actually, let me take my troops off the wall first and foremost. I don't want to lose crazy unnecessary troops if I happen to randomly get hit by a missile, because again, these missiles, you can't yep, someone just got hit there. So put that person's fire out. So I guess if they have a target on it, that means they're about to get hit. So all I am doing now is just scanning for fires. There's another one there. Put that fire. I don't mind spending the 100 diamonds. Our resident firefighter is no longer in the alliance, so someone has to be the firefighter. I think it's Gator. Gator is the firefighter in our group. So I think that's it. There's one right there. I just saw another one. And speaking of Gator, oh no, Scout for Gator. So I think I've done my dues for today. That's all my firefighter duties. So there's going to be something else that's going to pop up on this. Okay, this is probably like this is going to be a 30-minute exercise. I'm probably not going to walk you guys through this completely, because all you're doing is just going after that. And it looks like it's going after another base. I missed out on the Easter egg, which is fine. The ones in the world chat, you literally have to be looking in the world chat for you to collect it, or just be like super spot on when it hits. So our rally is taking another minute. So I'm going to take my firefighter hat off while we're waiting for that minute. I am going to do some mahjong. Why not, right? Somebody else can put out those fires. Okay, so let's see what's the difficulty today. It's still easy. So we're just going to just knock this out while that minute is going. We're going to try to go as fast as we can. All right, without messing up. Let's see here. Get the green pops. Got the popsicles. Got the fish. Got that. Got the rice. Got the grapes. There. Got the little green stuff. Got the popsicles. I decided to purposely uncover that. Got that there. Got that there. Got those 3. Got that. You got that. Don't recommend the outer stuff unless you absolutely have to gain some space. Okay, I need to get 2 popsicles to gain some space down there. There we go. So now we're back on track. I saw that underneath. So sometimes you got to look ahead. All right, get these popsicles. This is another easy puzzle, it looks like. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I don't think that's going to be top 100, but let's see. It might be. It's pretty fast, though. Top 31, but subject to drop down. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Again, good rewards. Good rewards, guys. You got to just take advantage of what the game gives you. All right, so we didn't really lose a lot of troops in that attack. So this, I mean, like I said, it is a troop killing thing, but it's training day, so why not? We'll get them back. Like I said, I'm just gonna miss. I hate this. I hate this avatar. Don't you just want to punch this in the face? You know, just want to boom. I saw one of those when I was on vacation in Vegas. It was in a gift store. I said, should I buy this? Heck no, I'm not buying that thing, man. The thing is ugly. It's ugly. What's this? Oh, somebody hit the jackpot. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's 200 tickets. That's like a 20% of the way of getting something for free. So, like I said, if you can get one of those good rolls, I'm telling you, you don't have to, you probably don't even have to spend money to get one of those tickets. But now it's not counting what I spent in that event. I did renew my weekly pass, so that was $5 there. I did do, I think I did this pass. I did the custom weekly pass, which I think that was $15 here for these two items. So it wasn't within this event itself that I spent $100. It counts everything. So here's the other thing I was talking about. So you have your Warlord. So what he does is he sends a missile out. So it's the same person that sends out a missile during the server wars. So once this missile goes out, that monster is going to be stunned for a certain amount of time. So that means he can't send any more missiles out. So, but once his health is gone, then he'll just be stunned for the duration. And at that point, you're just trying to get individual milestone points. But by doing this, by helping your warlord out, you actually get some alliance contribution points. And of course, alliance contribution points are always good to have. You can't never have too much because speed ups and shields are very valuable in this game. So you always want to use that. So we got 10 more seconds to help. And you just use your scouting planes to help out. So I got 3 scouting planes. We're just kind of rotating them. And now he's going to launch the missile on this guy. And he's going to be stunned. So now he's stunned for 3 minutes. So we'll be able to attack this guy where he won't be able to attack us. So once we get this yellow all the way to full, then he'll be dead and he'll just be stunned for the rest of the event. So my rally is almost over. Now, even if you're rallying, as you can see, you can still lose troops on this. Because even though he's stunned, you'll still lose troops, just like the regular alliance exercise. So, so we're just gonna do that there. Like I said, I was able to survive that. So again, it is based off how strong your troops are. So we're just gonna do that. Almost at the 50 million milestone for my top squad, but we just have to wait. Just have to wait until we get the HQ 35 because there's really not much I can do to upgrade that unit right now besides get the HQ 35, which, by the way, for those that are wondering, we are waiting for this tech center to finish, which is in 13 days. I might speed it up Tuesday of next week, depending on how competitive that versus is for that day. And then the HQ 35 will be ready. The only downside is to have to wait till I get enough oil. So we have 8.7 million oil, but we need 12.6. And based off the calculations, let's see, I produce 13.2 K oil per hour. So if you just do reverse math, it probably means I probably won't even be able to start HQ next week. Maybe the week after is when I start. So I might naturally, I still might speed this up, but I just won't be able to start HQ 34 until I have enough oil. It just like it's a waiting game at this point because all of these oil buildings, they're at the max they can be. All of them are at level 34. So you can still upgrade other buildings above level 30. Some of them will cost you oil to get past level 30, but some of them don't. Like these smelters, you can, for example, if you want to produce more ore, forget this to level 31, it doesn't cost you any oil at all. But certain other buildings that are prerequisites for HQ upgrades, like drill ground, all right, I already got that at 34. But hypothetically speaking, if I had to take drill grounds up, it's gonna cost oil. If I need to take hospital up, it's gonna take oil. If I need to take barracks up, it's gonna take oil. So that's the only downside. Um, I mean, if you're upgrading buildings that are prerequisite, it's going to cost oil. But stuff like this, XP buildings, if you need more XP production per hour, it's not going to cost you oil. It's just going to cost you regular resources. But if you got enough of them, upgrade them past 30. Because I'm probably going to fill up these upgrades while HQ is cooking eventually anyway. Because I really won't have anything else to really upgrade that's meaningful. So that's going to be a perfect opportunity. All right, and that building is ready. Hey, that counts towards today's scoring. So any speed ups, any finished buildings, any finished research uh, thing you can do. Let's see, where are we on this rally? We just finished, and this guy's no longer stunned. Well, I don't know what this shield is for, though. Maybe he's rebuilding himself. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we got this Warlord. That's right. Forgot all about it. The Warlord is ready again. But let me go ahead and start my rally. While the oops, not that. Let me just do this. Let me do this. Again, these add up. 500 alliance contribution point is nothing to sneeze at. That's why people are in a mad frenzy to help out. So usually this happens like 2 to 3 times during this exercise. So now he's going to be stunned once again. And let me just go ahead and start my rally. Go ahead and start that. And we'll go to the next thing. Okay, so what's next? Of course, you collect your versus boxes as you get them. Recovered quite well this week from this sickness I had. Still a residual cough here and there. All right, so let's go ahead and get these sent out. Why not? Take advantage of this 2X week. You only got a few days left. Why not? I'll just send that out. I'm not going to be picky on all yellow. Yeah, this one is going to be a good one. That's from my second squad. And then this one, hoping I get a reindeer. If I do get a reindeer, or if I get like a pretty good amount of yellow items, that's not quite good enough. Not quite good enough. I need to have at least 5 yellow items or a reindeer. Okay, we're not going to put that out yet, though, because it's going to draw a target to the other 3. I'll send that out by itself because it's going to get robbed anyway. That's just how it is. VIP stuff there. And then daily freebies. Monthly pass. Only got 3 days left. Probably not going to renew that. At this point, I barely use my 4th squad, so I don't really... That's the main reason why I do it, for the 4th squad. Like the other stuff, starting not to care about it anymore. I might use diamonds at times if I really need the VIP for certain stuff, but $24 a month adds up. So let's see. And I don't do it every month. It's just most months I've done it though. All right, so we got that there. Okay. All right, so I think we're about to wrap up this portion of it because I don't want to just bore you guys with that. Let's see. Okay, I know what I'm gonna talk about. So let's talk about the stagger. All right. So with the stagger, with your training, and as you pretty much see how I got it set up here. So my barracks, I have a level 21, I have a level 24, a level 27, and a level 34. It used to be 30, but the barracks was like a prerequisite to get HQ higher. So that's the reason why that's at 34. So I'm going to talk about 3 different setups depending on what your HQ level is. If your HQ level is at 27, and I think that's where you unlock level 9 troops, if I'm not mistaken, your barracks setup, ideally, is where your lowest level barracks is level, I'm trying to think because it's been a while since I've been at level 27. You want to have the lowest level barracks at level 17. And then the next one, level 20. And then this one, 24. And then this one, 27. So that way you have a barracks that trains exclusively level 9 troops, level 8 troops, level 7 troops, and level 6 troops. If you are at HQ 30 or above, then the setup is technically this would be level 20 because you all you need is a level 20 to train level 7 troops, not 21. 24 though is required for level 8 training troops, and then 27 is required for level 9, and then 30 and above is for level 10. But of course you have to have that research unlocked. You have to have this special forces thing all the way down to this, but just do the bare minimum to get down here. Otherwise it's going to cost you a ton of gold, because I did not max this out, as you can see here, because this last stretch of these 3 items, it takes a lot of gold to get all these at level 10, including that also. So you definitely want to just skim your way all the way down, and then and if you want to fill out the rest of your special forces after the fact, that's fine, because I think I'm still working on filling that out because I want more training speed. So, but I'm not doing that right now. Okay, so that's how you want to get it set up with the barracks. And let's just make sure, let's go back here real quick, see if we got any more rallies to do. Okay, so his damage is max, so he's going to be stunned for the next 15 minutes. So it's just about collecting rewards at this point. For Alliance members that haven't hit their milestones, you can continue to run rallies for them. If you don't want to lose troops yourself, just run rallies with 1 troop. You want to be a team player, help other people hit their goals. So that's the reason why I'm still running rallies. All right, but let's go back. So and the reason why you want to have your barracks set up the way I recommend, depending on your HQ level, and I'll even go a step further back. If your HQ is only level 24 up until 26, then your setup should be, if I'm not mistaken, 14, 17, 20, and 24. So whatever your lowest level barracks is, so my lowest level is 21. That means this barracks can only train level 7 troops. But what you want to do all week is train 1 level below that all week. So in other words, for me, I'm training nothing but level 6s all week across all barracks. So all 4 of these barracks, I'm training nothing but 6s. Not what they can produce at the max, but 6s, because you do have the ability. And I'm just going to speed this one up to kind of show you. So, and you get credit for training speed ups anyway, so why not? So I can train level 7 troops, but if you want to train level troops below, all you got to do is just manually click on that and then hit this green arrow and then you promote. If you want to quickly finish, you hit finish now. But if you just want to promote, you or no, now well, actually I was talking about something else. Actually, that's a separate thing. Yeah, you just hit train. You hit train, and they'll just train whatever batches that you have. Training capacity for me is 693 for this barracks, so I'll train 693 level 6 troops with this barracks. But when I'm ready to convert them, which is where we are today, then you can convert them to the highest level that barracks produces. So the idea is that I'm training nothing but 6s all week. 6s all week, because I'm taking advantage of this here. I'm taking advantage of this right here. So every time you train a level 7 unit, you get 240 points per unit trained. So what I'm doing is converting all the 6s into 7s. So that's times 240. However many level 6 troops I've been training all week, multiply that by 240, I get points for that. And then once those level 7 troops are trained, I start a new batch of level 7s with that level 7 barracks. But then on my level 8 barracks, the one that's level 24, I do nothing but I upgrade all those 7s into 8s. And I know I'm using words, so I'm just going to visualize it. I'm going to go ahead and speed all these up, because I want to show you the full setup. So yes, I'm using a lot of training speed ups, but I want to just show you guys this. Okay, and do I have another rally to do? Do I have another rally? Because this video is getting longer, it's taking more time. All right, let's just run another rally for the team real quick. Okay. Yep, I know. All right, so let's go ahead and just do all of them again. Okay, because we got to train these troops eventually anyway. All right, so so as you can see, it's more sixes that's been produced. So now I have 16,600 and some change level 6 troops that I've been turning all week. Now some get killed off if you're in the field of battle and someone attacks your base, or if a zombie attacks your base, you might lose some troops throughout the week. But you just continue to train level 6s. So you're gonna see what I'm doing. You're gonna see what I'm about to do. So you hit the green arrow. That's the part I meant here. With your lowest level barracks first. That's the key. Hit the green arrow. And if you just want to go through it quickly, just hit finish now, finish now, finish now. And you can see my point milestone. Watch that point bar at the top, guys. By the time I finish converting all these sixes into sevens, I'm going to be at least over 3.6 million. All right, because I'm used to this by now. And if you want to do it even better, use the first lady to help. But I think that buff is probably tied up right now. Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't do it. I probably could wait 20 minutes, but I'm not going to be up for that long. So just going to continue to churn these out. Churn them out. Okay. And we're over 3.6. We're almost at 7. We almost got all the boxes open just by converting sixes to sevens alone. Okay. All right. And then once all of those are trained, and once all of those are converted, then I will train 7 troops, because I no longer need to do sixes. I go back to training nothing but sixes. I start doing that pretty much after Buster Day is over, because at that point you want to try to train the highest level troops possible. So after Buster Day is done, I go back to training nothing but sixes all week leading up until this day. All right, so now that I got all the sevens trained, those 16.6, now we're going to get the benefit of the level 8 conversion. So now 16.6 times 270. So obviously I'm going to be over 7.2 million by the time this is done. And again, that's all the boxes. So if you set up training day the way you should, this is probably the easiest day, probably next to day 4, to get all your boxes open if you train your troops if you stagger train your troops how you're supposed. So it starts by having the right barracks level set up. So if you accidentally got like all your barracks at the same level, just try to do your best to just stagger. Like if you happen to got this, if you put this at 24 by mistake and you got this at 24 also, that's fine. Just make sure you don't upgrade them anymore. Have this one at 27 and then have this one at 30. That's fine, because you'll still be able to get points if you got 3 staggered barracks. But if you have a perfect 4 barrack stagger setup, you'll be able to maximize points for day 5. So let's go ahead and convert these 7s into 8s. My guess is I'm going to be over 10 million by the time this is done. So let's just see what the tail takes, because the higher you go, the more points you're getting per troop trained. So let's do this. Okay. So we got the boxes. We got all the max boxes now. Now we're going into the generic speed ups, but I got quite a bit that I got this week from those celebration thingies. So I got a lot of generic speed ups. So I'm not really worried about it. Let's see. So now we got all of those, and then once all of those are trained, we're gonna train a new batch of level 8s, which will take a day to finish. But let's see where we at now in points. We're over 10 million. So we're at 11 million. So again, guys, that's all you got to do. It's very simple. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the level 9s. For the level 10s, I'm gonna hold off on some things there, but we're gonna go ahead and convert the level 10s. Let's just do that. Well, convert the level 8s to level 9s. Sorry, just saying words now. So we're going to convert all the 8s to 9s. So my guess, I'm probably going to be around 16, 17 million by the time I'm done converting all of these. So let's do this, let's do that, that. So that's why you do all the stuff that you do during the week with the arms races, the secret task plunders, liking bases that give you speed ups during the season, because these speed ups, you're going to need them for days like this. Okay. Everything has a purpose. But let's see where we are now. 16 million. So again, I'm used to this, guys. It's like doing math in my head. But for the level 10s, I'm just going to slow convert these. I don't want to, because right now, like especially if you're in a competitive versus, you want to hold off converting your level 10s until the last minute. But I'm doing this for a different reason. I'm going to be doing this for a different reason. So I'm just going to do a regular promote and let that stew. By the time I wake up, I'll have another batch to convert. The only reason why I'm slow playing this is because ultimately, whenever I get to the arms race for the, when I get to the arms race for day 6 of the versus, the very first thing, because the unit progression part of the training is going to be while I'm asleep anyway. So I'm not going to be able to take advantage of unit progression on the arms race today. But the very first thing that's going to pop up for day 3, for day 6 versus, which is day 3 of the arms race in our server, is unit progression. So that is where I'm going to convert all my 9s into 10s so I can get a head start in the arms race. So that is why I'm slow playing. That is why I'm slow playing the 9s and the 10s right now, because my points are going to be racking up. So let's get this arms race out the way before I go to bed. All right, so construction speed ups is very simple to, actually I got, how close am I to upgrading this lighthouse? Because I like to leave one spot open to upgrade one of these buildings. I think I got more lighthouse resources to collect actually. So let's go ahead and collect from our Alliance Center. And this thing got 3 minutes left, so why not do one more rally to help the team? Yep, I know. All right, so I guess you guys will see the rewards at the end anyway. So, all right, so we got, yeah, quite a bit of stuff built up. Oil, great. We definitely need that oil, as you guys can see. We got that there. Okay, all right, so that might have given us quite a bit of stones. How far are we now? Yeah, so by the time I wake up in the morning, we'll have enough production in the Alliance Center. I think there's some more here. Yeah, we got, I don't think that's enough to get over the top though. Yeah, not quite. So by the time I wake up in the morning, I'll be able to upgrade that. So I'm going to leave that construction queue spot open. I'm not going to use that because otherwise I'm going to have to use diamonds to upgrade that building. And I don't want to use diamonds to do that. I'd rather just do it the natural way and let teammates help it out. So for arms race for construction, it's pretty simple. All I do is just use speed ups. And usually with construction, you just do 5 minute. I just do 6 batches of 100 and I'm at the top. But since I've already completed one building, I don't have to use 6 batches. So, and there we go. We're at the max. Simple, simple. All right, so get those, and then remember these are double for the week, so I get double the shards, double all that stuff. So simple for arms race for the construction. I do the same thing for the research part of that. So you don't have to finish a building or finish a research to get maximum points for the arms race for the research and the construction. That's all you got to do there. And for the heroes, all you have to do is just take one hero up a level and you'll get your points there. Ooh, 2 golden eggs. And I missed out on both of them. Darn it. I'm going to get one of these eggs eventually. I had a golden opportunity for that egg. No pun intended. So, yeah. I think I trying to joke myself and lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. For the EXP, you just send one hero up a level or you open 30 of these tickets, which I just finished doing for day 4 versus, so I'm not going to have any tickets left over. And then for the training, Same thing, use training speed ups, but the training leg of the versus takes the most points. So you literally have to be starting a new batch of troops during that, which again, we talked about that. I'm going to be doing that first thing on day 6. And for what was that last one? For the other one, stamina, that's pretty simple. Just run a bunch of rallies up until you fill the bar. So I'm going to make sure I have enough stamina to have enough to go to bed because we're almost at the bedtime. All right, so we got 21 minutes left, 21 seconds left in this thing here. I'm going to show you guys something here. All right, so let's go ahead and collect these radar tasks before I go to bed, get the free stamina there. And for this music event, you get more of these music little boxes where you can open up the mystery boxes, which can also get you some of those music things for your redemption for the tickets. So you got different ways to get it. These radar tasks add up, don't they? So in case you didn't have enough stuff to get you points for day 5, you got the radar test, but I got it just off training alone. So we're gonna collect this. So let's get the rewards. So the rewards for this, once it's dead, you go to this trial gift, you click on it, and you just hit the gift box. So obviously I knew I got all my milestones, but in case you wasn't sure where you were on your milestones, all you had to do is just go here and it'll tell you where you are individually. So I knew I was gonna get my milestone, but you can also click it here to that same box I just showed you and it'll take you straight to it. And you open a chest. So if you hit all your max milestones, you get extra keys. So these keys, and this is RNG dependent, you can get up to a red chest. And sometimes you can get double, triple the rewards if you hit it sooner. The highest I've gotten is a purple chest, which is a terrible result considering that I got 10 keys and there are only 5 upgrades. So let's see if we can get to at least yellow this time. All right, so we're gonna use that. So we got 9 keys, no chest upgrade, so that sucks. Come on, I need a chest upgrade. See, this is the type of luck I've been getting. 3 keys used, no chest upgrade. Still got an ordinary chest, still got an ordinary chest. It goes from gray to green to blue to purple, and we haven't even gotten to the next level yet. We're still at gray. So this might be my worst one yet. This might be my worst. Okay, we finally got the green. We got to the green. Can we get to the blue, please, on this one? I don't want to have to wait. Looks like I'm on track to get another purple, if that. Oh, it went straight to purple. Okay, so it skipped blue. So we got 2 keys to get to our highest level ever, which is yellow. Can we get the yellow in these last 2 gifts? Not on that one. So got one more to go. And we got purple once again. So every time I've had this event, I got nothing but purple. But purple gives good stuff. You get 6 exclusive weapon shards, overlord shards. Yeah, so you get a lot of good stuff. So just by participating in that event, you get some very good rewards. But imagine if I had a gold box, or even a red box. Like that's like a pipe dream. But the more keys you get, the greater your chances. Just this was a terrible RNG to get the lowest level 5 times in a row. So again, RNG does play a part in this game. Luck is a factor for sure. Because I've had teammates that's gotten 2 red chests, and I'm still trying to get my first gold chest. So some people are luckier than others in certain facets. But I think that covers everything for tonight. So I'm gonna open up these music boxes real quick just to see if I can get lucky with some of these. So we got 8 more. And if you haven't collected your background items, make sure you do that. You got a lot of cool stuff back here. And this is alliance-based stuff. And again, no money for that. All right, so let's open these mystery boxes for that music chest. Can we get more of these little tickets? Can we get more of these? Because there's a chance, I think. No, no, what I'm looking for out of this is a sparkling music note or a party. A party. So let's see. Ooh, a level 5 drone component. That's actually a good pull there. A level 5. Well, that I'll take that. I'll take that. And then here just gonna do drone components. Like I'm falling in love with drone components because I want my drone to be upgraded. All right, so these are the radar specific boxes. If you have that certain survivor, we got these boxes. Gotta love boxes. Can I get lucky? Nope. No luck. No luck. No luck. And we haven't even done the Overlord stuff yet, guys. So there's still a lot of scoring opportunities for day 5. Again, no reason for you not to get all boxes on day 5. It's just that simple. So let's see. Anything else down here? Nope. We still have to do our hammer stuff for the week. I think I still got a few levels left on this thing here. The hidden treasure. Yeah, I still got to do 10 more levels. So we'll do that. I'm probably not gonna show you guys that right there because we got a lot. As you can see, I've already done almost an hour just off of this alone. So we still got Desert Storm. So again, as I said, this is probably gonna be the longest video. I might break them down in parts because who wants to see a 2-hour video, right? So I might break them down in parts. We'll probably do it that way. But that'll do it, guys. Stay tuned for part 2 in the morning. I might put this video out in the morning just so you guys can digest all this material, and then the Desert Storm portion and the other parts of day 5 I'll save for that. Good night, guys.